Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kellanwa with yet another cooking video. Yeah guys, I'm a YouTuber based in Enugu, Nigeria, and from the title you guys already know I'm making orasoup for my Anambra people, and for the rest of the Igbo clan is ohasoup. So I'm quickly gonna run you guys through the details of the ingredients we're going to be using for this dish. So first off, I'm showing you guys the beef. I'm using a kilo of beef. Yeah, so I'd actually washed them the previous day and then stored them in these packs in the refrigerator. So I brought them out earlier for them to defrost, and that's why you see like there's water in it. Also, I'm going to give this a quick rinse before heading off to cook. Now this is our dry fish, and then we have some crayfish. I'm going to use my dry milk to grind that later, and then we have stockfish, which I'm going to boil with the meat after washing it. So this is Ogili Igbo, original idemili Ogili, So we have some salt, we have Maggi cubes, then we have pepper, Cameroon pepper. I was trying to open it with one hand at this point, but this container decided to form my hand. I could leave and move on. So this is cocoyam, dried cocoyam. My auntie made that. So this is palm oil. Then the star of the dish is the oha leaves or ora leaves themselves. And then we have a very special guest of honor for this meal, and that is periwinkles, guys. Periwinkles. I was so shocked when I saw this in Enugu, and I decided to get them. I'd already watched them earlier, so yeah. So right now I'm going to rinse the meat and then wash the the ora, the fish and the stockfish, and then boil the meat and the oha together. So yeah, this is a clean pot. I have my meat and the stockfish washed in the pot. So to that I'm adding 2 pairs of nut cubes or 2 nut cubes, and I'm adding some salt to that, then 1 cup of water to that, and I'm going to bring that to a boil, or I'm going to boil that till the meat cooks. Yeah, but in between I added water because the water was reducing by a lot, and the meat was a bit tough, so I had to keep adding water to get my meat ready. So while we are allowing that to cook, I went ahead to pour some hot water into the fish. So this is me draining the hot water, and then I'm going to pour it into the bowl and then add some cold water so I'll be able to wash the fish properly. Please, if you're buying your fish from the market, kindly wash with cold water first before soaking in hot water, and use a sponge or a foam to wash the body. I didn't do that here because this fish was dried by my auntie in the north, and ever since I started, this is the last of the fish remaining. Ever since I started using it or eating it, the fish was, it's something that was dried at home. So I added some salt, just to make sure that everything is clean as well. But trust me, guys, this fish did not have a grain of sand in it. My auntie rears fish, so she was able to dry it in the north, and if I could get this type of fish in Enugu with no sand, guy, that person will be my I always come to your shop to buy fish. So I'm just cleaning out the fish. I'm making sure that I take out the dirt in the fish. Yeah, because most of these fish are being dried with the guts and everything in it. So I'm just trying to make sure I take all of that out of the fish. yeah, so please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Your girl wants to be intentional this year. Please share the link to your friends, your loved ones, for them to subscribe. Yeah, guys, so wash, and that's that. So at this point our meat is ready, and I've checked on it, and the meat is soft. So I added some water, and then to that I'll be adding the periwinkles, because right now we're cooking. Okay, and then I'll be adding the dry fish, and I'll be adding some crayfish to that. I told you guys I was grinding my crayfish with the mill. So yeah, my blender. So I use that to grind my crayfish. So I'm going to give that a quick stir. All right, and then I'm going to add some palm oil. I'm gonna add some palm oil, red oil, manuni, go. Yeah, and I'm yet to start measuring oil and water and salt on this channel. So help me God. So I added that based on discretion. Give that a quick stir, and then I'm going to cover this up to come to a boil. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to head over to the cocoyam. So I took 5 spoons of the dried cocoyam into a plate or a bowl. Then I'm going to add water to it and form a paste. So here I'm adding water to form a paste, and guys, the way this thing sucks water, you think that is small water that will make it to form a paste. Leave that matter. You see this dry stuff, just be careful while you add your water, because the essence of using dried cocoyam is to make, as in, you still have to come to the consistency of you pounding it. So this is the consistency we want. So I'm going to scoop them into my pot, and that's the thickener for the soup. Hello ladies, the days of bo has ended. Right now, life has to be so easy this way, man. I remember when I was growing up, my mom buys a whole bucket of cocoyam, and then we end up peeling them, cooking it, then peeling it again, and then pounding it just to store them in the fridge. Hello mom, we have dry pounded yam, we have dry cocoyam right now. So yeah, and they sell it in the market, so you could as well check in the market. But this was made personally by my auntie, so this was around last year I got that from her. So here I'm adding some dry pepper, Cameroon pepper to be precise. I like my soup, whichever of the edges. I like it a little bit spicy, so I just added that. So I'm going to give this a little stir, and then cover it up and allow that cocoyam to dissolve. All right. Now it has been boiling for a while, so I'm going to take some of that sweetness of this soup and add it to my Ogili Igbo, my Ogili idemili, just to dissolve it, form a paste, and then scoop it back into the pot, And at this point, guys, the smell in this kitchen was heavenly, like, oh my God. So please, all my abarofu people that want to cook ofeora, There's a trick my auntie taught me, and it has been working for me for a very long time. Now, if you notice, the only Maggi that has gone into this soup was when I boiled my meat. You know, back in the days when our mothers used to cook, Ogili Igbo was what they used. They hardly used Maggi, and it tastes amazing. So at this point, make sure you Ogili, you taste it, and if it doesn't need Maggi, please do not over season your food. You don't need it. As in, this Ogili took this dish from 0 to 100. I just added some salt because I felt it needed it, and that was all I added to it. So I allowed this to boil down for a while, and then opening it, man, it was something else. So I tasted it one last time, and everything was perfect. You guys can see how thick the sauce is. Yeah, so I then moved over to adding my oha without tasting it for the last time again. Yeah, so I added some salt. I noticed it needed a little bit, so after adding that, I brought in my oha. It has already been washed earlier and cut into bits. Yeah, so I ended up adding the oha. While adding it, I noticed that this oha was much. I had to stop at this point, so I'll not be eating leaf. I'm not a goat. Okay, so I said turning it, so that everything just goes into the pot, and it was looking so good. From this point, you can see that it's thick, like really thick. It's really a thick soup. It doesn't have so much sauce in it. You can add water if you like. I added water though, but I didn't show me adding water. So at this point, I've already added water, and then I just stirred it up and covered it up to come to a boil. And then I switched off the gas, and my soup was ready. I did the original one. What did they tell you about idemili, girls? Don't try them when it comes to ofeora. Don't try them when it comes to ofeora. Ofeora gala Harvard. You guys know the deal. You guys know. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I covered the pot and allowed it to come to a boil, and then I switched off the gas, and our soup is ready. Oh, it boiled so beautifully, so beautifully. So guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Disclaimer, this is not a cooking channel, but I learned that I just have to do everything until I find my niche, so I'm just doing everything. Okay, so anticipate. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.